Right, hello and welcome back. We're going to do the wiring on Louis' Westwood. We're going to do like a redneck version of it. It's just no sensors, no safety gear, nothing like that on the Westwood. There's no cutting decks. We're not using it for a mower. It's only us using it. Obviously, if you're using it for a mower or somebody else is going to use it for a customer, then obviously don't do it this way. Okay, and we're just doing it for ourselves, so we're only showing you what we're doing. And if you want to copy it, it's down to you. We're not holding any responsibility on this one. It's your own risk, isn't it, Lou? Right, we're going to wire it to the key still at the moment. Later on it might have switches on it, we might alter it as we go, but at the moment we're only going to show you roughly on this one. What we're going to do is do a video of it so far, and then there'll be another video later when we tile the wiring looms in and do it all nice and neat, but this is just a rough idea to give you a clue. Right, I don't know how well you can see this. This is a 5-pin ignition barrel, key barrel, or whatever you want to call it. This is the original one off the machine. Can't really see it, can you? Well, I'm going to set the tripod up, I think, so that I can film this and show you what ones are what. They might vary, but if I give you an idea of how to check them, then you can sort of check any other one. I know the one on the Mower's got 6 because it turns the lights on. Well, it did. It won't be wired up that way, but so it's got an extra one. But like I say, I'll set the tripod up and we'll give it a go. Here somewhere. Up a bit, that's it. Right, we've got the meter ready. We'll put it near the camera so hopefully you can hear it, because it's a bit weak in the film we did before, sound. So if you put them together, you can't hardly see it, mate. Look at the screen, that's it. That means we've got a circuit when we hear the buzzing. On our key barrel, we've got the 5 pins. How well you can see it, hopefully you can see it. But we need, unlike a car, we need an earth to stop the engine, because the engine stops by earthing the coil. Now, I already know what they are on this one. Famous last words, aren't they, Luke? Because we just tried a bit and I did it completely the wrong way around. Right, but this is basically the earth, this one here. So what you do is you put one lead on here. The key is turned in the off position, so it's off. Yeah, this is where it would be when it's off. So if you put your one on there, yeah. So now I hold it in there. You find, I know which one it is, but Louis going. Oh, Louis gone straight to it. But what you do, try another one. That's it. There's nothing there, but when it gets on that, when it makes us try the next one, when it makes a circuit, that's obviously the circuit, and that's in the off position. Now what that will do is that will earth the engine and earth the coil, and that will stop the engine. Like I say, it's not like a car which switches the power off to it. We turn the key 1, and what we have now, if we have a permanent live, what would be for like I don't know, neutral light or dash lights or anything else you really want to connect to that. I mean, on this one you could connect the lights to it, so when you turn the key off it went out and all the rest of it. So, but the difference is this time, this was the earth, this is the live next to it on the left. So I'll just put this in here. Now you go around them until you find it. It's not that one because that's the earth. There you are, on there. So we're talking
opposite, really.
This one here. Now what it does is it gives it constant power. Like I say, it's constant power, so whenever the key's turned on you've got a live power coming from it. But what we need now is one what will trigger the starter solenoid, what will trigger the starter motor. And we're in a bit of luck with this one because the key's a bit stiff, so it doesn't return always. So normally you'd have to hold this to do it, but obviously our key, it sticks over, so we can hold it. We will be cleaning the switch up so it doesn't do that, but for this purpose it's ideal. So now Louis going to go around and find the live, go straight to it of course, That's the top one. But obviously you've still got this one here. Try this one here again. So you've still got your permanent live here as well. So this one is at the top, and this particular key is for the starter. This one here is permanent live. This one here is the earth, from the earth to the switch, and this one above, this one here, we can see it, this one here is the earth out going towards the engine to stop it. It doesn't really matter what way round they are, but you know, that's how we prefer to do it. This one at the bottom here is a live, and then obviously the live feeds to a permanent live, starter live. Okay, that's pretty simple. I wonder if we can do some kind of diagram. I have got a bit of diagram what Louis did, and I might better show you that. It might be easier than trying to look at these. I'll tell you what might help if I turn the big light on. Obviously when you're testing for these, be aware of that like permanent live, because you might think it's your starter, and what would happen is you'll end up putting it power through, you'll burn your starter out, you'll burn your solenoid out, and probably even melt the wire and set light to the wire. So you know, make sure you, when you turn the key where you want it to turn, it's off. On this one at the moment, we're not going to wire the charge up on this video, but we will be adding it to another video where we do it. Right, we're going to move over to his machine, and it sort of makes life a little bit easier to explain, I suppose. Right, just thought I'd show you the battery setup. Like I say, it's all temporary at the moment, so that's why this nut's loose. What are you doing, Lou? Oh, right, that's what we wanted to know. This is the earth, it goes round down here and it bolts, I don't know how we can see it, bolts to the body, and then there's another earth coming off of here, and where is it? It's somewhere there. It bolts not under there, bolts to the engine, so the engine's earthed. So that's one side of the circuit. The other circuit, we've got a wire, this one. I'm going to change these round actually, because I prefer to have it at the bottom. But we've got power coming for at the moment. We've got power coming from the battery to here, from the top of the solenoid. I don't know how well you can see that. And then we've got from the solenoid back round. It's tucked underneath at the moment, but it will be altered and tidied up. And it comes around and bolts onto the starter motor. And my battery's getting low, so I don't know how we're going to get all this done this time. But anyway, like I say, it goes to the starter motor. And just to give you a rough idea how we're going to wire it, obviously this is a permanent live at the moment, but I want to swap these around. That's the permanent live onto the solenoid. I'm going to bring a wire. You've got a choice. You can bring a wire from the battery, or you can bring a wire from here. Just for demonstrations, I'm going to bring it off here, and then it will go to the key, and it will come back to the little bolt on the solenoid. I have done a video on the solenoid where you check it and you can see it better, because obviously it's in the dark there and the light's a bit funny in here at the moment. Alright, we're going to give it a quick go just to show you the basics now. Right, what we're planning on doing now, we're only going to release a temporary bod just to show you. And we've just got a couple of bits of wire, and then obviously we're going to do a neater version next time. So basically the earth's already on, and this is not for the earth to stop it, this is just the earth to the live to get the starter going. It won't actually run because we haven't got the petrol tank in, and it's draining petrol at the moment. But it's the easy way to get to the switch, to put the switch back. So like we said, we're going to have a live on here and a live on here, a wire over here to the solenoid, just to show you that we're wiring it right, and it's how it works. We'll put that on the live, and we'll probably just hold them on just to show you. Just make sure I've got the right wire now. What I used was this one, wasn't it, though? I thought the other one had a clip on it as well. So you can imagine you shouldn't do this as a permanent fix. I'm just trying to push the wires just so we can see, and you can try. This is one way of trying it, because if it does get hot you can just rip the wires out just to try it. Obviously don't do it as a permanent fix, but we're just trying to show you how we can sort of try it. And obviously remember not to touch the other terminals, or make sure the wire's not touching it. Right, so it's not going to fire up, it's just going to turn over. So what would happen is we would have one wire on there and one wire on there. Do you want to hold your wire on there, Lee? Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll do the wires and you can turn the key in a minute. So you see on the camera, you're not blocking all the camera out, are you? Okay, you might not shoving in, mate. Not turning? Let's have a little look. That's it. Right, don't turn it yet. So we put one wire on the live. Well, actually, we put one on there and one on there. And when I say now, Luke, go get it again. So I actually see it. Do it again. The battery's getting down now. Go and try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, that's basically it, and then we're going to move on to the next stage of putting the clips on, and we'll clip it all up. And then, like I say, we will be doing a second video on the nice wiring with all the charging circuits. Right, we'll see you in a minute.